Hi, welcome to the micro lecture on free promotional channels. I put them in quotation marks because free is rarely free. I mean, it sounds like that it would be free, but um, there's a cost to most of these things, okay? When we typically think about free channels of promotion, we talk about what people that are in the field of public relations take advantage of, and that is, using different outlets to promote messages. Um, it's funny. We up until a few years ago, before entertainment companies bought television networks, which in turn has influenced the news. On Monday morning, lo and behold, we find out who the box office hits were over the weekend, as if that's news, and it's not. It's advertising. So, it's and I mean, again, it's not really free to those entertainment companies that own the news outlets, but they're utilizing those news outlets to um, get a little free publicity. So, public relations job is basically conveying a positive image and educate a constituency, because it really depends on what they're trying to do. The organization that they're working with is trying to get done. So generating goodwill on behalf of the company is always a good idea. Uh, so um, uh, and we can think of many examples of that are out there. It, you know, but that's what the public relations people are there to do. Uh, so the constituencies, again, it depends on who you are, but they could be customers, they could be suppliers, they could be your stockholders, your shareholders. It could be the government, it could be employees, the general community. So there's a lot of different constituencies out there that public relations activity is designed to influence. Uh, Public relations people often put together things called press kits, which are just press releases of information. So we find out about new products being introduced on the news sometimes, amazingly enough, because those companies have a public relations effort to say, here's an interesting story about a new product coming out that everybody's got to have. Um, they maintain company those types of information on the company website. They might be in charge of arranging and organizing events, which can include speaking engagements, sponsorships, philanthropical types of activities as well. Um, and they're also there quite often to handle negative publicity, encourage positive publicity. So negative publicity does happen, and public relations people are out there to put the spin on it and make sure that it comes across in the most positive uh, light as possible. So publicity is the idea is that this is a free communication tool, so we can put messages out there. Whoever picks them up and runs with them, that's getting our message out there, and it doesn't really cost us anything. Has they can be negative or positive because companies cannot directly control what is being said. So you might put out a thing and say like, "Oh, hey, let your customers know about this great product," and the people that get that information decide to twist it and say it's like, "Oh, this is the most environmentally unfriendly company ever," and that's what how they use and the message comes across that way. Well, you can't control that. Obviously, it's their job to do what they do, and it's not to sell your products. Public relations can issue press releases, but there's no guarantee that they'll be picked up. However, in today's digital world, it's a lot easier to do that. And the other thing I'm going to tell you is information channels out there are publishing information 24/7. So the biggest way to think about it is how social media is used today to get the same types of messaging and these same types of things out there when it can happen at a very, very rapid pace in when we talk about social media. So how we manage social media is really just kind of an offshoot of what we've been doing with public relations all along. If there's any questions about any of this, what we call free publicity or free promotional channels, please let me know. And the next topic we'll get talk about is some alternatives or some other things to consider.